Welcome to Real Estate AI Flash, the show where we cut through the noise and show you how real estate professionals are using AI to win. I'm Rajeev Sajja, and every week I talk with people who are actually doing the work, not just talking about it. Today's guest is Michael Wong from Hawaii. He's driving efficiencies in video generation, property marketing, and more using AI for his team. Let's get into it with Mike. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate AI Flash, and today I have Michael Wong of Team Wong from Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, Hawaii. So he's my first guest, and we ought to say aloha today because he's my first guest from Hawaii. Yeah. So welcome to the podcast, Michael.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, glad to be here.
Yeah. So I'm glad I connected with you on Instagram. I think that's where we sort of started follow each other, and you pinged me or I pinged you. However, we got connected, and I kind of realized that you're doing some stuff with AI, so I wanted to have you on the podcast. So before we kind of dig into some of those concepts, I'd love for the audience that is listening to talk about your journey in how you got to real estate, how you got to today. So just give us your backstory.
Sure. So I guess as far as how I got into real estate, I started in real estate marketing in around 2017, 2016, doing like new developments and stuff, like high rises, helping with the sales process. And then I got licensed in 2017, and I was like a solo agent for a little, but then, my mom actually has her own real estate team as well. So after about a year of that, I was like, you know what, I don't need to reinvent the wheel here. So I joined her team and, been doing some agent work, but also more recently been switched over to more of the marketing focus. And then I've also kind of always loved media, like photography and videography since high school. So kind of merged that with the real estate aspect of it around 2018, 2019. Started doing like short form home tour videos, and that kind of took off. So I've just been running with that as well, doing like videography home tours on Instagram and TikTok.
So your mom was also in the business before you, or she came after you?
No, she was before me. She was before I was born.
Oh,
was
wow.
in the
Okay, so
business,
she's been in the industry for a while, and then when you started, we sort of combined and sort of became Team Wong.
Yeah. It was, well, she kind of had a team going, but we didn't call it Team Wong, I guess, until I joined.
Okay, nice. And how big is the team?
Team, we have 7 people currently.
Okay. And your natural skills are you love video, you love marketing, so you've taken on a little bit of the marketing aspect of the team as well, I'm assuming, right? Mm-hmm. Cool. So what was your first light bulb moment with AI? You remember?
Oh, yeah. I mean, gosh, I feel like I've been using like AI upscalers and stuff like that since like kind of like 2020-ish. But then, and then I remember using Jasper before ChatGPT, and I was like, whoa, there's something going on here.
Yeah.
Like it can just write blogs for you. So that was kind of the first initial little spark, but then the real light bulb I think was, GPT 3.5 coming out, and it was like, whoa, this thing you can talk to it about anything, and it's so knowledgeable. And I mean, it wasn't that knowledgeable at the time, but it was impressive still.
Yeah. So cool. So one of the reasons I wanted to have you on the podcast was you're obviously a real estate agent on a team. You're also doing marketing. You have a passion for video. AI can touch all of those things, and I want to kind of bring out the things that you're leveraging AI for that would help our listening audience. And, majority of our listeners are real estate agents in various stages of their careers. Some of them are broker owners. Some of them are team leaders like your mom. So talk to me about the specific use cases, and we can kind of dig into a little bit of that.
Sure. Gosh, yeah, there's so many.
Yeah.
Trying to think where's best to start. I think while we're talking about like video and stuff, I think one of the more fun things lately has been like the video generation side of things. Higgs Field is one of the kind of more easy to use ones that have a bunch of cool features where you can create these like different like explosions or like earth zooms or different transitions or just effects that can be used on social media to like grab people's attention or like kind of portray more of like a storytelling element. I've been seeing it used a handful here and there, but I think I think there's still a lot of potential there for
Oh
people
yeah.
to really
Just to
tell their
not to
stories.
interrupt, but I just got and we're recording this obviously in this in the middle of August here, but the Higgs Field got an update recently that I've heard about where you can go from like an image to a video generation with the effects that you're talking about. I have to catch up. I bookmarked that just recently, like literally a couple of days
Yeah.
ago. So
Yeah. No,
to
yeah.
your point, yeah, for sure. So and then we'll put a link to all the tools that Michael's mentions in the show notes, so you can kind of check them out, their websites, etc. So Higgs Field. So keep going. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Just want to.
No, yeah. I guess along those lines too. One of the cool things with like new development projects.
Yeah.
A lot of times you'll get like the rendering, or you'll see like some mid construction. Um, you get some video of it like while it still has framing and stuff. I've seen some really cool stuff, and I've done a couple where you can kind of like you do a transition where it looks like it like kind of build itself out. So it helps the buyer or the client get an idea of like what it'll look like in this really dynamic way that will catch their attention on social media, or just even using still renderings and then kind of just adding a video element to it so it looks like it's panning in, and you can edit into your video with more that's not so static, so that's been a fun one lately.
Yeah. So are you guys into a lot of new developments? Do you do a lot of?
Somewhat, yeah. We have a kind of our like one sector for new developments and then one with more of
Resale.
the traditional resale.
Resale, yeah. So clearly there's an application for video AI tools in marketing at home, new construction, or residential, in promoting those properties to the consumer. So, any other specific video AI tools you're using as part of the marketing of properties, or anything else you're doing in real estate?
I kind of dabble with all of them. Runway, Kling. Sometimes I'll just test each one to see which one has the best results for each use case.
Yeah.
As I'm doing it.
Yeah. But let's focus on Michael's tried and true AI tools that's going to solve a business problem or an outcome.
Mm-hmm.
And Higgs Field is one of them for you. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Higgs Field,
Yeah,
okay.
I would say that's the one I've been using most recently.
Okay, cool. And so let's dig into any other AI tools that are part and parcel of your AI stack, if you will.
Yeah. So I guess I can talk about my prompt library that I threw together. So I took my little stab at vibe coding and tried to create a little website. For myself, I wanted to just house all these prompts that I've been either coming across, thinking of, creating. And I was like, oh, what better way to kind of put that all together just to make a website, share it with everyone. So I've got a bunch of different prompts on here. And gosh, I mean, I could go into details
Just
on all of
share.
them.
Yeah, let's do this. Just share one or two prompts you have in your library. I know you sent me the link. I think it's like prompts.fun or something like that, right? The link.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put that link in the show notes so they can go see the prompts you have, the whole list. But let's and that's a vibe coding site you built for your prompt library. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm,
Did you use Lovable for it?
No, I used like GenSpark.
GenSpark. Oh yeah, I love GenSpark. Man, that's like agentic browsers. Anyway, so talk about the most popular prompt in your prompt library. Just pick one or two.
Okay. I guess, okay, I think this one was pretty quick, but it's finding the ideal prompt like persona. So I just pretty much says find the best expert to answer your specific question. Oh wait, that's the description of it. It's identify the most suitable expert archetype, best fit advisor persona to address the situation below, and help me create an optimized prompt to ask them that question. So I just put that in, and I just like audio record, brain dump my idea, and then it basically comes up with a super great prompt with the most, specified expert and all of that. And then that goes a long way. Just throwing your idea with that prompt in there really refines it a long way.
Yeah, and building comprehensive prompts from basic ones with your idea is what that prompt does for you, right? That's really what you're doing there. Okay, cool. And we'll put a link in the show notes for all the prompts that Michael's talking about and that he wipe coded the website as well, all done through AI for AI. But all right, so beyond the prompts, I mean, video. We talked about video. How about any content generation stuff that you're doing?
Yeah, let's see, content gen. Oh, this is one I think I picked up from one of your sessions, using calling into custom GPTs
Yeah.
into your workflow. So I've kind of pulled like the transcripts from a YouTube video that is like, oh, I want to make a short form content of this YouTube video. Pull the transcript in, and then I have a GPT for viral hooks. I have one for script writing, short form. So with that, I'll like @ sign viral hooks, and then I'll kind of pull into my that GPT into the mix, and then yeah, it's that's a great workflow, being able to have these different tools
Yeah.
and to be able to
Yeah,
create
when
that's
GPT-5 came
scripting.
out recently, the @ way of referencing custom GPTs in your main chat was hit or a miss. Initially, it was working very well, but it stopped working. I think it's starting to come back, which I hope they don't take it away, because that's a great way to call different things and stay in the same chat and keep going, So have you built custom GPTs, Michael, or?
Yeah, I have a few.
All right. So what is your go-to custom GPT that you use pretty regularly?
Um, Gosh, they dabble in all of them. I think the one for creating uh, listing descriptions, as generic as that is, that one gets the pretty heavy
Yeah, because
usage.
if you're an active agent, you're gonna write descriptions, and most people aren't good at it, right? So AI can help you there for sure. So listing descriptions, yes. Anything else? Want to throw a couple more in there?
Kind of a fun one that I put together recently. I plugged in like the Google API into it, and I made it so where you can just, if you have multiple showings, you can put a list of all your locations in, and it'll like tap into the active traffic data and figure out what's your most optimal route depending on your departure time.
Nice. That's a
Um,
good one. So did you use custom actions in the custom GPTs? Is that what
yeah,
you did? Okay.
and
I
I
love
threw
if
some
you
JSON in.
is that a public GPT, or you can share the GPT with the link?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you send that to me? We'll put that in the link in the show notes for people can play with it if they want to, see what's
Okay.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Cool. So what else are you doing? How else are you leveraging AI for your operations, marketing, for the team? Anything else you're working on?
We've been playing with MLS data stuff lately.
Yeah, talk about it.
So we haven't been able to connect it directly, but we our kind of workaround is just pulling a export of either your town, your city, whatever your area is, for maybe 30 days or whatever makes sense for you. And then we've been putting it into this prompt that kind of analyzes just the various trends, whether it's like days on market or list to sale price, to kind of just get a better idea of like what's going on in that neighborhood or yeah,
And
different area. I
yeah.
guess so
So
I've been
from market data, using a prompt, you are getting trends in that neighborhood or the data set. Are you creating social posts or blog articles? What is the end game from that?
Oh, we probably should do a little more of that. We've kind of just been using it. Our agents have been using it to kind of like empower their own knowledge and
Okay.
be able to talk to their clients and be like, oh, we've noticed that the days on market are kind of coming up in this area or this condo specifically, maybe. So maybe we need to look into, is there an assessment coming up where like the people are less desirable
Yeah.
for that building and
We recently had Michael Rennick from Sarasota, Florida, on our podcast. And one of the things he talked about was he's built are you familiar with N8N? So he's built workflows, but primarily what he did was he finds a trending topic with a URL. He gives the URL to his workflow, and on the other side of it, it generates a video, 50-second to a minute video, that's his AI clone from HeyGen on that topic, and it pushes it to YouTube and blog posts and the whole thing. So he says it's
wow.
4 cents a video, and it takes him 5 minutes or less just to proof the content so he's comfortable. And so you could do something like that with your process now with MLS data, right? Once you have the data, analyze, empower your agents, but also push it out to generate content for niche areas you want to kind of rank on or be top of mind on, right? As Team Wong.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Actually, I
Yeah.
might start trying that
Yeah,
out.
yeah. So he's building some cool stuff. I mean, he shared his some of his workflows as well. So that might be something that you'd look at, even for video. I mean, if you're already into video, are you guys leveraging like vertical videos for shorts and stories and reels and all that stuff? Are you guys doing that?
Yeah, we're trying to go cross-platform with our videos.
Yeah, yeah. So this will help you. This strategy will help you potentially to build that kind of a workflow. So cool. So what else are you guys working on with AI?
Oh man, I mean, we actually. So I have dabbled a little bit in like the avatar side of
Yeah.
things, kind of using like end-to-end workflow into it. I kept running into some errors, but yeah, I think the way that I felt more comfortable using the avatar content, it felt just a little too rough to just post it as is. So I'll use it and then edit it with some B-roll,
Sure. I agree with you.
so that it feels like a real talking head.
Yeah, yeah. And even forget the N8N piece. Even if you had to just take an avatar from HeyGen, your voice clone from ElevenLabs, and then give it a topic or a script, get the video, to your point, edit it and add some B-roll and spit it out. That's still automating some portion of the process and still gets you there with minimal time investment, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, we have a challenge here with voice gen stuff in Hawaii. It's not very good with all our street names are Hawaiian and all of those like our locations. So the voice gens really don't do well with those kind of words.
Oh, yeah.
So
Interesting.
the workaround we've been doing is just doing a voiceover. So it's your actual voice. So it sounds very real too. And then just plugging that into HeyGen.
Yeah.
Not as automated, but yeah.
No, yeah, it has to be authentic too, and people can't think it's AI. I mean, it's got to be very humanized. So I get your point. Yeah, I think the audio cloning is going to get better. It's only going to get better, right, going forward. Yeah, so maybe you record all of the street names once, Michael, and train the model so it knows what to say when those words come up. But that's interesting. What else are you guys doing with AI?
Oh, well, let's see. More, yeah, it's got some custom GPTs. My broker Kalama actually made this one. He made it for home inspections.
Yeah.
So you throw your home inspection report into the custom GPT, and it goes through and kind of reads, the different things that need addressing and repairs. So and it's designed to come up with specific verbiage that's for repair requests.
Oh, nice. So it sort of catches out. It helps the agent call out certain things in the report that they need to pay attention quickly.
Yeah, and then if you're gonna ask for a repair request of any sort, sometimes phrasing it is a little bit challenging. Like thinking of how, especially if you're not very technical in like the
Words, yeah.
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 So it's been really helpful just for some of our agents. One was just using it yesterday, and then he was able to just throw it in there. I mean, of course, you want to read through it and all that, but he was just having a hard time phrasing how he wanted to ask, to get these things changed, and it just kind of spit out a well-worded response.
Yeah, nice. That's good. So, I mean, look, I think your creativity is the only limitation you have with AI, right? Where can you use it? You just have to have these, from the time you started using Jasper first, you started on this journey. So your tech stack, we talked about Higgs Field. I'm assuming you're a paid subscriber to ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
What are the other AI tools I'm not talking about experimentation, which we all sort of go in and out, but ones you pay for every month for several months you've been doing that. Give me your tech stack, Mike.
Let's see. Which ones have I been constantly using? I was using Claude a lot until GPT-5 came out.
Yeah.
But similar use cases. I was using some of the AI image gen stuff too that I was paying for.
Which one? MidJourney?
I bounce around for those.
MidJourney?
MidJourney? Yeah. Definitely play with some MidJourney. I haven't used MidJourney too professionally yet though.
Yeah. It takes a little doing though. MidJourney, you need to understand how to get the best out of MidJourney. It is a skill, just like prompting and all of that. So there's a whole text to image prompting, that framework with MidJourney that people have to kind of get a hold of before you can get some really good outputs.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I have another thought, I guess. It's kind of, I guess, AI related or AI. I mean, I came across this from Jason Pantana,
Yeah.
but it's like answer engine optimization,
Yeah.
like AEO versus SEO. So like getting your website and your content optimized so that when people do searches now more often in an AI versus in like just web or Google search, that you'll kind of populate to the top.
Yeah. What are specific strategies you're implementing to show up in AI search results?
So the thing I've been hearing a lot about is structured data.
Yeah.
I think that it responds well to that. So things that are like in listicles and stuff like that. Like as far as ranking for like, best agent in this area, I think Fast Expert is the one that it tends to reference most often.
Yeah. So I think there's a couple of stages of ranking for AI search results. One, you got to make sure that the data you have out there, AI engines can read easily. Like I've heard it can get to a Google My Business page, but it doesn't know how many reviews you have. Right? So I published a bio visibility optimizer, GPT, in the GPT store that basically interviews the agent, asks them for the URL, rewrites the bio, also tells them about Fast Expert. So it generates, like, for example, if you have 40 reviews on Google, 30 on Zillow, it writes a review saying Michael has over 70 plus positive reviews online, kind of combines all of your reviews and gives you a bio, a short form bio, mid-range bio, and a long form bio that you can use on all online platforms. So you send the right signals to AI when it actually crawls these sites. That's, I think, just foundation. It's not going to move the needle. It's going to increase your chances, obviously. The next step to that is I think people need to publish content that tackle customer questions. Right? Who's the top agent in Naples dealing with, or Hawaii dealing with $1 million properties waterfront? Right? And I think answering those consumer questions can be in listicles and bullet forms and things of that nature, blog posts. I think blogging is going to come back in a major way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think so. I've been doing more blogging myself.
Yeah, so I think blogging is going to come back, and if you can kind of build these N8N workflows that take trending topics and put out blogs, social posts, videos, I think they'll be, and then they're trendy, they're on point. I think that's the long strategy to win in AI search once you've done the foundation. But you should check out that agent bio visibility optimizer GPT. It's in the GPT store under my name. So if you're listening,
okay, I definitely want to check that out.
We'll put a link as well direct to the GPT, but it's in the store. So cool. So I have a couple of questions. Anything else you want to add, Mike, before we get to the last two questions?
No, just
we
talk about
could
AI.
keep talking about AI for a long time for sure. So, you've been in real estate for now close to 8 years, right? 2017. What was the one advice you'd give your younger self?
I think coming from more of the marketing perspective, I think one of the big mistakes I made is that I don't think I established my personal brand as strong as I could have, and making multiple Instagram accounts, I think was a huge mistake.
Oh yeah.
I think if I kind of consolidated all of that, all of my efforts would have gone to one place, and so that's the advice I would give to my younger self for sure. And also to make sure, when you refine your craft always and make sure you're making improvements, but not to get too hung up on like perfection of everything.
Perfection is the enemy of progress, for sure. So
the truth.
great takeaways there. So are you a book or a podcast person, Michael?
A little bit of both. If I do books, though, they're usually audiobooks.
Audiobooks, yeah, audibles, yeah. So pick either or both, whatever. Is there one audiobook or podcast that's been very instrumental in shaping you?
This one called "Steal Like an Artist" by Blake Hansen.
Oh wow!
I
haven't heard of it.
I think that was very influential in the sense of just opening up creativity and thinking how to think, like think like other people, but also differently.
So the title is Steal, Steal, like an artist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. We'll put a link in the show notes. And the author is
Blake Hansen.
Blake Hansen. Nice. All right. Well, Michael, this has been fun. We'll put all the links to what Michael talked about, the tools, etc., to the link to the show notes, and hopefully I'll see you in Nashville, Michael.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Excited.
Thanks for hopping on, and hope all is well with Team Wong. And say hi to your mom, and I look forward to connecting with you soon.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Yep. Thank you, Mike.
All right. Take care, Rajeev.
Bye-bye.